Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I'm Dachung Musa Bagos, representing the good, great people of Jos South, Jos East Federal Constituency from the peaceful state of Plateau. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the need to investigate the death of Martins Chineme on the football pitch in Lafia, Nasarawa State. The House notes that on March 8, 2020, one Mr. Martins Chineme, a member of Nasarawa United Football Club, slumped on the football pitch during a match in Lafia, Nasarawa State, and died. Aware that first aid manual and related healthcare issues for football, which is the standard for international best practice, provides guidelines for seeing safety, safe environment, first aid assessment of injuries and basic life support, among others, which were all ignored in that case. Further aware that Article 10, Number 3, Grade A, Players' Welfare 6 to 9 of the Nigerian Football Federation Club licensing regulations that deal with annual medical examination provides regulation for examination, which was also not adhered to. Again, aware that Article 11, Number 101, Grade A of the Football Federation Club licensing regulations gives specific guidelines on first aid equipment, for example, defibrillator, and facilities that must be available, but there was no first aid or ambulance services on that fateful day. Worried that the league management company, LMC, has not taken necessary steps to ensure compliance by providing necessary medical equipment and ambulances. The House resolves to observe 1 minute silence in honor of late Martins Chineme. Also, the House resolved to urge the Nigerian Football Federation and the league management company to ensure that first aid and emergency response with ambulance services are on standby at all match events in line with international best practices. The also House resolved to mandate the Committee on Sports to investigate the cause of death of Martins Chineme and also audit the health facilities provided by the LMC for league matches across the country and report back within 4 weeks for further legislative action. I so submit, Honorable Distinguished Speaker and Honorable colleagues. From the great state of Plateau State, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, we are all aware of what happened when the Nasarawa United were playing their football match and one of the players, the defender, the person of Martins, slumped on the pitch. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, reviewing what happened on that very day, if there were proper medical equipment and first aid on the pitch that very day, Mr. Martins couldn't have died, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. Because if you've seen the footage, that even the ambulance that was staged on the pitch, it was being pushed and it did not start. They have the press crew on the field that day have to volunteer their own bus to convey Mr. Martins to the hospital. Reaching the hospital, he was pronounced dead. Mr. Speaker, it shouldn't be that death in this country should just be one of those things that just happen. A life is very important. And for a young man that has a future, both in football, and his family are looking up to him as one of the breadwinners, to just die as a result of carelessness of certain individuals that are supposed to have done the right thing during the match and across the country, shouldn't just be overlooked, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. It has happened, one has happened. We don't know how other matches are being played across the country. It is very important that as a responsible House and representative of the people, we should look into this issue. We should ensure that every football match that is being played in this country had the necessary medical equipment in every pitch. And not only that, it's very important that the House should look into this issue so that we will not have another death as a result of carelessness. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I so believe that the House will look into this issue, support this motion, to see that we do justice to the families of late Martins, and not only that, footballers that has been one of the major and cardinal game that unite this country. Nigerians will know that we are interested in showing that the right thing is done in every football match that is played across this country. Thank you, Mr. Speaker and honorable colleagues.
Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say nay. Ayes have it. May the soul of Martins Chineme, who died on the football pitch in Lafayette, rest in peace.